So what's a container? If you're an administrator on a domain or inside of a server, you have access to the resources in that computer, and there's no way for us to stop you. In a container, you have two abilities. Number one, I can restrict access to only the people that have permission. And that does not need to include a domain administrator. In effect, you become a janitor for the capabilities. The second beauty of a container, whether they're Hyper-V or VMware or Docker, is that a developer can create a container that's self-contained. In effect, all we have is a plug that allows us connectivity to the underlying operating system, which connects to the underlying hardware. That's the new environment. And if you're familiar with Docker, which is a Microsoft-supported environment, you're going, Microsoft supports open source, has for a number of years. But this is a nice slide which basically says, can I do Windows containers? I'm running it in user mode as if it was an executable. If any of you are familiar with application virtualization, that's what this reminds me of. It communicates through that to the host OS, which kernel, and then to the blue at the bottom of the screen to the actual hardware itself. Now, if I install Hyper-V, I can run containers inside a virtual machine, and they're still protected. That's just some example of what capabilities exist. So what you do, look in the right-hand side of my screen first. When a user is accessing programs in a container, it's viewed as simply an application, like any other program. It's the underlying infrastructure which is controlling access. So as you see, the containers are stateless. The data is theirs in the application. I have a sandbox and I have a buffer where it says empty. Essentially, I want you to think of that as either a restore point or a buffer or if you're familiar with in a virtual machine environment, an extra disk where my data is stored. But the key point to realize is this all is hidden through an abstraction layer. The end user doesn't see it. But if I need to manage it, it's there. And it's isolated. And if it's isolated this way, viruses can't get to it. If I as a domain admin can't get to it, then a virus can't get to it. I might infect the OS through some stupidity on my part, but I'm not going to be able to affect the container.
A couple things about NetCom Learning. Our objective is to help customers build innovative learning organizations themselves. We want to help you build a smarter workforce, adopt a change, drive the growth, and we do this through our broad catalog of offerings that you see here, the ability to create custom learning plans, and to help with any global delivery needs that you have across any continent. Next slide, Tracy. Our managed learning services is a way we help our customers deploy educational solutions in a variety of contexts, whether it's through consulting, content development, delivery, technology, platform administration, etc. We go to market with our 9 practice areas in which we specialize. These practice areas encompass people, process, and technology training. Today's presentation is going to be from the security practice area.
Along with your technical abilities, develop the skills you need to manage yourself, others, and business better. Welcome to Starter Learning, a collaborative knowledge platform bringing the world's best business and leadership insights from Fortune 1000 leaders, best-selling authors, and Ivy League professors. Further, if you are interested in learning from the top American leaders, you can log on to the e-learning platform, starterlearning.com, and avail the special promotion meant for first-time users. You can use coupon code STARTER10 and begin your leadership journey right now.